Listen, I can't give any more information. But I fear I may have girl bossed a bit too close to the sun.
Thank you so much to my fans.
I've actually tried inserting a tampon into myself so I can better relate to what women go through. Timothy Bitch Boy, professional pick me. Of course I support women. I have the links to so many petitions in my Insta bio. Timothy Bitch Boy, professional pick me. I don't believe in penetrative sex. Most women just find it uncomfortable anyways. Timothy Bitch Boy, follow for more pick me quotes to live by.
And how the world works. You're running on override. Men build the world that you live in.
Oh, okay.
Who built that house or apartment you live in? Was it a crew of women? Who designed the metal work? Who put in the floor, the plumbing, the electrical system, the heating? Who put that in? The car you drive, was that built by a crew of women?
So women are not capable of doing none of those things. None.
You're not good at it. And when given a choice, excuse me, because when given a choice, because women are free today, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're educated, right?
Uh-huh.
Then why don't we see 51% of the construction workers as women? Why don't we see 51% of the engineers as women? Why don't we see 51% of the plumbers, electricians, military, train operators, heavy, dangerous work as women? Because when given an opportunity, women segregate themselves into more comfortable positions.
Ding, ding, ding,
Men do the dangerous work.
If you have a girlfriend and you leave her on red, she's allowed to cheat. Timothy Bitch Boy, professional pick me. I've actually started injecting myself with black market estrogen so I can better relate to what women go through. Timothy Bitch Boy, professional pick me. If I see a woman walking alone at night, I actually run away from her screaming. That way she gets to feel empowered. Timothy Bitch Boy, follow for more pick me quotes to live by.
What's a woman's role on the planet?
My role on the planet is to nurture, to teach. I feel that every human being on this.
Nope. It's not your role. The female's role is to support the male.
That's. Don't you think that's a narrow path?
Name me any species on the planet where the female can survive without the group or the male individually.
Or name vice versa.
We don't need you to survive. We built the world. No, ma'am. See, you feminist, womanist, have no idea you're living counter to nature. That's what the coronavirus showed you, that your education and your ability to get out here, and you can't nurture shit without a man and a family. Your job is, the man's job is to build. The woman's job is to nest.
Correct, and to teach.
Well, for one thing, the world of gaming is not nearly as male-dominated as people think. Females make up about 48% of gamers and fastly climbing. So, saying that the industry is male-dominated is not exactly accurate anymore. I think, honestly, most of it is just that females don't very often refer to themselves as gamers, so you don't really...
My religion says that being gay, bi, trans, lesbian is a sin.
Your religion also says that having sex during your period is a sin. How come you ignore that? Your religion also says that eating bacon is a sin. How come you ignore that? Your religion also says eating lobster is a sin. Cutting the sides of your hair is a sin. Wearing clothes made out of mixed fabrics is a sin. Getting a tattoo is a sin. A man trimming the edges of his beard is a sin. It says a woman is not to hold any position of authority and is to be quiet. That if a woman is not a virgin on her wedding night, she is to be stoned to death. And that planting two different kinds of seeds in the same field is a sin. But that's too hard for you, so you've decided that God didn't mean any of that, he only meant the being gay part. Listen, if you're going to spread hatred towards others by quoting the Bible at them, make sure that you first follow the entire thing, or shut the entire fuck up.
I'm so sick of seeing this on Instagram stories and on my feed. No, 97% of women have not been sexually assaulted. Everyone keeps referring to the survey that was conducted in the UK. 1,400 women took part in this survey, which makes up for around 0.00030% of all the women in the world. So, just by looking at the numbers, you can tell that the survey is not really effective at determining the percentage of women who have experienced sexual assault. To further back this up, being stared at, catcalling, online comments, jokes, being asked out on a date, and many more were labeled as sexual assault, which they are not. None of these things should be considered sexual assault. My biggest issue with this whole movement is that all men are being labeled as rapists and animals because of a very small percentage of men who actually do these disgusting things. If we were to take a look at the statistics, 1 in 21 men, which is 4.8%, are the ones who actually commit these crimes. It's unfair and sexist to assume that all men are like this.
For these exercises, everybody, we're gonna get the girls to go first and then the boys.
I find that offensive.
What?
Don't call us girls. That's sexist.
But that's what you are, a fucking girl.
Don't call us that.
Do you have a pussy and tits? Answer me, do you have a pussy and tits?
Yes, I do.
Then you're a fucking girl! Shut up!
Send this to a girl and say nothing.
Women aren't allowed to do many things and don't have the opportunity as much as men. Ever wonder why no woman has gone to the moon?
Oh, it doesn't need to be cleaned, does it?
That's jokes! Oh, why is she still here?
Talk about
and you see that as systemic discrimination, not allowing women in the front lines.
I mean, if they are just as skilled in combat, if they've completed their training, if they are decorated officers,
they're far less skilled. We had to lower the PT requirements for women to make it in. Women couldn't meet the same requirements that men did, so we lowered them for them.
Well, in combat, it's not like it's with guns, it's with military grade weapons, so it doesn't require the same amount of like...
we lowered the ruck times as far as how long you run with a pack on your back or carrying someone who's also in your platoon. We lowered the pull-ups, we lowered the push-ups, we lowered everything for female standards. And I mean, that's female privilege, right? Men had to meet a certain set of standards, and when women couldn't meet them, we lowered them. So I just think...
That's not female privilege.
Oh, okay.
That's promoting equality among the genders.
How is that promoting equality, though? By lowering the standard?
By allowing them to be involved directly.
Do you identify as black? No, it's a serious question, because you might not identify. Can you please put the mic? Thank you. Okay.
When I walked into the room,
I'm not done with my question.
Young lady, young lady.
I'm just asking you to listen to me.
And I'm about to answer your first question.
But I didn't finish my question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm black.
Excuse me, sir, what are you doing with your legs?
Sitting?
No, you're man-spreading. Why?
I'm what?
You're spreading your stupid legs open for no reason. It makes me sick.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Oh, look at you. Okay, you're running away. Oh, yeah, because you're wrong, right?
No, it was because I was sitting comfortably right there and some crazy lady
No, don't try to mansplain man-spreading to me. You see, you're part of the reason that men and women aren't viewed as equal.
I was just sitting there.
Don't yell at me. What's wrong with you? That's it? What? If I was a guy, you wouldn't just stand there asking questions. What do you want from me? Hit me! Are you crazy? I'm equal! Go! Fine! Equality!
Come with me, yep.
I think men are better than women.
She's kidding.
No, I'm not. They provide for us, and we must obey them because they are our masters.
I will not tolerate this sexism and misogyny. Not in this park, not here, not now, not ever.
Thing. I think you have no idea how pernicious and dangerous it is.
I think this happens at the end of every civilization's reign. And I think this happened with the Greeks, and it happened with the Romans. And it's one of the things that Douglas Murray, when I had him on my podcast, was discussing. He said one of the things that happens at the end of civilizations is they become obsessed with gender. It's a thing that happens where men start becoming women, and women start becoming men, and it becomes like a big focus, like cross-dressing and all this stuff becomes a big point of focus. And I was like, well, why is that? He goes, it seems to be that they're dissolving all boundaries and all norms and all societal structure, and that's a part of it. It's like gender roles.
Every year, men spend billions of dollars to look at women with little clothing on, such as the annual Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, or with no clothing on, such as on internet sites and in so-called men's magazines. Women, on the other hand, spend virtually nothing to see unclothed men. Why? Some say that the reason is that men are socialized into viewing women as sex objects, and that women are socialized into not viewing men as sex objects. But if that's true, how do these people explain gay men? They are as aroused by pictures of naked men as heterosexual men are aroused by pictures of naked women. Obviously, then, it's not socialization. It's that men are programmed by nature, not by society, to respond sexually to the visual. This is an area in which men are so different from women that it's probably impossible. No, not probably, just outright impossible for a woman to truly understand.
So I just wanted to be toxic for a minute and just post this. Justin, Senate panel votes to make women register for the draft. And then this feminist up here is like, that's enough equality for today. I just want to laugh at some of the tweets under this for a second. You got this feminist down here that said, who wanted this? Y'all did. Y'all screamed equality. This is kind of what it comes with. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't be equal. Y'all should just expected this since everything is supposed to be leveled now. You got this wonderful woman down here saying the thing about me is I will get pregnant. And that just lets you know how far y'all are willing to go. Y'all are willing to birth life that you may or may not want, then go to war. We would if we could too, so I ain't gonna say shit. You got this woman down here saying, my feminism ends here, I'm afraid. That's all it takes, huh? That's all it takes, huh? You got this woman down here saying, my place is in the kitchen, not the Middle East. Oh, word? Now y'all want to be in the kitchen. Now y'all want to be in the fucking kitchen, huh? And this one just disgusted me. She's giving literal tips to women on how to ditch the draft. I wish it was that easy for men. But no, it's not. It's really not. The number 3 might get you out of it, but yeah. I will be making a part 2 of this, because this shit is amazing.
God, I'm walking behind a really pretty girl. She's going to be worried. She can probably hear my slightly weightier, masculine footsteps. Maybe I should run and overtake her so she knows I'm not following her. No, she'll think I'm running to attack her. I'll slow down. No, that'll spook her. I'll stop altogether. No, people will think I'm lurking. Oh, shit. What will I do?
I'm not the stalker!
I'm 6'3", and it was after 6, so I didn't want to scare her. Whoops, have to tie my shoelaces. The gap between us getting larger. Thinking I should cross the road.
To the men that say big boobs don't count if you're fat, neither does a dick if half of it's your personality.
Well, in what sense is our society male-dominated?
The fact that the vast majority of wealth is owned by men, the vast majority of capital is owned by men. Women do more unpaid labour.
A very tiny proportion of men, and a huge proportion of people who are seriously disaffected are men. Most people in prison are men. Most people who are on the street are men. Most victims of violent crime are men. Most people who commit suicide are men. Most people who die in wars are men. People who do worse in school are men. It's like, where's the dominance here precisely? What you're doing is you're taking a tiny substrata of hyper-successful men and using that to represent the entire structure of Western society.